Hey there, welcome back to the Meat Thinker channel. It took me a while to try this cut of meat, but I finally found the courage to do it, so let's get to it. Tri-tip is a triangular shaped cut of beef taken from the bottom of sirloin subprimal. It's lean but flavorful like a sirloin, but more tender than roasts. Tri-tips are famous because it is affordable compared to ribeye, cooks fast, and it can be smoked, grilled, or roasted. Whenever I walk past by tri-tips at the Costco meat section, I always manage myself to talk out of trying one. I've never had tri-tip at a restaurant that blew my mind until I got to have a few pieces at Leroy and Lewis Barbecue. I was so impressed by the flavor it had, I finally decided to give this a try. I got 2 pieces of tri-tips in this package. After accidentally dumping the entire package juice on the countertop, I do some cleanup before pat drying the meat. And I trim this up and get ready for seasoning. First, cut the thin loose flaps of fat and silver skins around the perimeter. The fat cap seemed a little too thick, so I'm going to go ahead and shave it down just a little bit. Do the same thing with the second piece of tri-tip. Trim around the edge and take some of the fat off the fat cap. After cleaning up both pieces of tri-tips, I realized this was a lot of meat for one meal for my family. So I had to make a decision and save the second piece for later. Since I will be grilling it today, I decided to cut them into smaller strips for straight up direct fire cooking. This is a choice grade meat, so I'm not sure how it would turn out, but we'll find out later. Let's season this bad boy up. I am using my go-to coarse ground black pepper and kosher salt mix in 2-to-1 ratio. Give it a good coverage, and then I'm going to add garlic powder on top of salt and pepper. Flip it fat side up and give another run of good coverage. I'm not too worried about over salting because the salt and pepper ratio, and also this is a big piece of meat. Go ahead and be generous with it. Time to start the fire. I use a lump charcoal to get it going, and my target temperature is 250. And the tri-tip goes in the smoker. My goal is to bring the internal temperature up to 110, so this won't take much time at all. A little less than an hour later, the internal temperature is 106. I'm going to pull it out of the smoker and get the fire ready for some searing. Throw in some more splits, slide in the grate, and throw in the tri-tip in the firebox. I left enough fat on the cap, so I'll go fat side down first and let it sear for a few minutes. The fat dripping is going to cause some flare-ups, so I do need to pay close attention and slide the tri-tip away from the fire for a few seconds when the flare-up gets crazy. It's been searing fat side down for a bit, and now I'm turning it over for searing the other side. It will go for another 5 minutes. I'm going to flip it over fat side down one more time and let it cook until the internal temperature goes close to 125. Well, the internal is now 128. I had this cooking a little longer than I meant to. It's time for resting. Let's pull it and take it inside. Cover it up with heavy duty foil during the rest. It's been only a couple minutes since getting pulled from the fire, and the carryover cooking brought the temperature up to 130 already. I'm going to let it sit and finish cooking. 8 minutes has gone by, and now the internal temperature is 139. It's going to be done a tad bit more than the medium rare, but I'm thinking this is still going to be a rock star of tri-tip. Let's slice this up and see how it turned out. Oh yeah. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? it looks beautiful. Nicely done. And let me cut the first slice. Plenty of juice, nice color, crunchy seasoned fat cap, and tender texture. And let me slice up the rest of this half. Finally, throw one small piece into my mouth, and I gotta tell you, this is fantastic. I now regret waiting for so long to try this cut of meat. The meat is tender, but also has that chewy texture. I'd have to say this is a mix between the ribeye and sirloin steak. I think I'm in love with this newly discovered meat. I will need to watch the internal temperature more closely and be sure to pull the meat out between 120 and 125 so the carryover doesn't go over 140. I'd give myself 9 out of 10 for this one. The last one should be the internal temperature. It would have been perfect medium rare if I was able to stop the carryover at 135. So to summarize today's cook, trim up the loose flaps of fat and silver skin and leave the fat cap. Smoke at 250 until the internal reaches 110. Get the grill blazing hot and sear it until it reaches 120. Let it carry over to 130 and rest. Slice it up and enjoy. There you have it. What's your favorite way to cook your tri-tip? Do you prefer this over other cuts of meat for steaks? Please share with us in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my Instagram handle at MeatThinker. Thank you for watching and keep meat thinking. Come here, buddy. Here. Good?
This tag.
How is it?
This tag.
Uh-huh.
Mom, I'm also having a boy.
You want more?